Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Order. Forward. March.
Please be seated. Good morning. My name is Chris Louder, Superintendent of Cabarrus County Schools, and on behalf of the Cabarrus County Board of Education and the Cabarrus County Schools Administration, I would like to welcome you to today's graduation ceremony as we celebrate and recognize the class of 2018. Every year around this time, I start thinking about graduation and how important it is. Graduating from a public high school is something the vast majority of Americans experience and something that we all share, and one of the reasons that it's such a special achievement. Because it's so special, I always try to think about what I want to say to all of you graduates and what I want you to take away from this day of your success. As I contemplated that message, it became crystal clear what that message should be. Do not be afraid of failure. Let me explain what I mean. Failure can be awesome. Failure is often underrated, and sometimes losing is one of the best things that can happen to you. If you look at many important people in history, the list is filled with people that failed and lost. Abraham Lincoln went to war a captain and returned a demoted private. He failed at business, he suffered a nervous breakdown, and he lost 5 elections. He was in many ways a failure. He also led our nation through its greatest crisis and made the emancipation of slaves the official policy of the U.S. government. He may not have been able to do any of these important things if he would not have failed first. Oprah Winfrey desperately wanted to be on television and become a TV anchor. She was demoted from her job as the anchor in Baltimore, and the producer told her she was unfit for television news. He said she got too invested in her stories and demoted her to a much lower daytime show. She failed. That show became a hit, and she used the investment in people and stories to create an empire and to become the undisputed queen of television and worth about $3 billion. Steve Jobs fired from the company that he created. Walt Disney fired as an animator and told he lacked imagination and he had no good ideas. Steven Spielberg rejected 3 times from film school. J.K. Rowling rejected by 12 major publishers, and the list goes on and on. What is important about all of these stories is that these people didn't quit. They failed and learned and kept working towards what they wanted. It is not just work where failure is important. It is in many other aspects of life also. Alfred Lord Tennyson said, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." I think what he meant was that it was better to put your heart out there and lose than it is to sit on the sidelines and never tell a person how you feel or never know what it means to love or to be loved. So don't be afraid to put yourself on the line and have your heart broken in two. Having your heart broken the first time may make you more mature and prepared for love the second time. In my own life, even though I didn't know it at first, failure has helped me. I did okay in school and mostly made A's and B's, and then I hit geometry. I found it really difficult and pretty quickly got lost. I remember the first time the teacher passed out the test and I had no idea how to work the problems. I remember looking around the room and seeing everyone else start working. It was like the room was shrinking, and I realized and thought, I am the biggest failure in the room. I can't do any of this. To some degree, I never recovered from that day in math. I lost my confidence and struggled with math every time I took it. Later, when I was trying to decide what to do with my life, I kept getting drawn back to teaching and a need to try to explain things and connect with other people and hopefully help them not feel like a failure in the room. I became an English teacher, not a math teacher. I loved all the time I spent as a teacher, and I would tell you that the most important thing that helped me as an educator was knowing what it was like to be in that geometry classroom, knowing what it was like to start sweating because you didn't know or understand was the most important skill I had as a teacher, because I could help other students that didn't understand. I am very thankful for struggling in geometry because I believe that struggle made me a much better teacher. Pat Conroy, the author of The Prince of Tides and The Lords of Discipline, wrote a lesser-known book called My Losing Season. It is one of my favorite books. Mr. Conroy was a senior on the basketball team for the Citadel in 1966 and 1967. The team finished 8-17. In other words, they were a losing team. My losing season is about all the things he learned about himself and life during that year. He said, "Many of my teammates wish that had never happened. I consider that year one of the great years of my life, if not the greatest. If I could change history, if I could change everything that happened that year, if I could bring us a national championship, I wouldn't do it." We live in a world where everyone and everything tells you that you must always win, 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 win at all costs. Mr. Conroy offers a different take. He says, winning makes you think that you'll always get the girl, land the job, deposit the $1 million paycheck, win the promotion, and you grow accustomed to a life of answered prayers. Loss is a fiercer, more compromising teacher, cold-hearted but clear-eyed in its understanding that life is more dilemma than game and more trial than free pass. My acquaintance with loss has sustained me during the stormy passages of my life, and though I learned some things from the games we won that year, I learned much more from loss. And so to the class of 2018, we say congratulations. As you go out into the world, know that failure is part of everyone's story. You have nothing to fear. Your experience and your family and your teachers and your community have prepared you to live a great life. Even though there will be difficulties, your ability to fail and keep fighting is what will determine your destiny. My wish for you is very simple. It is that you try your best and you learn how to fail, because failure is how every major success story begins.
Good morning, and thank you for attending today's commencement ceremony for the Performance Learning Center. I would like to thank the following Cabarrus County School Board members for their attendance today. Board Chair, Ms. Cindy Furtenbaugh, Board Vice Chair, Ms. Carolyn Carpenter, Mr. David Harrison, Dr. Robert Kirk, Mr. Barry Shoemaker, and Mr. Rob Walter. I would also like to thank Cabarrus County Schools Central Office administrators for their attendance. Superintendent Dr. Chris Lauder, Deputy Superintendent Ms. Lynn Reimer, and Assistant Superintendents Dr. Kelly Probst and Dr. Crystal Hill. Without our school board members, central office, and the support of communities and schools, the Performance Learning Center would not be able to thrive and provide a viable educational option for the families in our community. For this, they deserve our thanks. At this time, I would like to welcome students from our graduating class to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Brandon Clark, and on behalf of class of 2018, I would like to welcome all faculty, friends, family, and distinguished guests. Well, graduates, together we indeed started from the bottom, now we're here. All of our parents have a lot to be proud of. Just think, parents, in a few months, many of us will be going off to college, getting jobs, and you'll get what you've been waiting for a long time. A chance to turn that empty room into a home office. And we can't forget about our teachers. It's a tough job to take a group of fresh minds and try to show them the life skills that they will need to be successful. Skills every teacher knows, such as math, English, science, social studies, and not to shoot arrows with just your eyes. In high school, we have the best of times, and we have the worst of times. High school is a place to have fun, make friends, and a place to learn. I remember people saying high school was hard. I was nervous, but excited I was going to be a high school student. And well, it wasn't terrible. I made new friends, had cool teachers, and now I'm here as a success story. I want to leave you with a piece of advice. Being successful in life will not mean being the number one at everything you try. It will be about always giving your best effort and being the best person you can possibly be. Thank you and congratulations to class of 2018. Let's get it. Oh, man.
Good morning. My name is Shelby Bird. Faculty members, fellow students, family, and friends, welcome. My classmates and I never thought this day would come. We crossed days off our calendars, counted hours, minutes, and seconds, and now that it's here, I find myself having mixed emotions because that means leaving friends who inspire me and teachers who have been my mentors, so many people who have shaped my life. I am proud to say I'm a 3-year graduate, but I'm not saying that it's been easy. Like many of you, I will not be standing here today without people who have supported me along the way. First, I would like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to speak today. He is the one who has given me the strength and courage to press on both academically and spiritually through my high school years, especially in times of discouragement. My world is filled with characters that are supremely real, made of flesh and bone, full of love, and my ultimate inspirations for everything. Megan Gomez is my inspiration. She pushed me to my fullest potential and always stood by my side. Thank you for teaching me important life lessons. Bobby Williams, thank you for always standing by my side even though I wasn't your own. Renee and Brian Berry are kind, decent, and unfailing, generous people. They are my twin pillars of support without whom I could not stand. I am proud to be their grandchild. To my sibling, aunts, and uncles, you all inspire me every day, and I thank you. I love you all. But my ultimate inspiration comes from my best friend, the dazzling woman whom I received my name and my life's blood, Regina Williams. My mother instilled in me the idea that I could do whatever I wanted to do and be whomever I wanted to be. She filled our home with joy, love, and fun. As she guided me through these 17 years, I don't know if she ever realized the person I most wanted to be was her. Thank you, Mom. You are my guidepost for everything. For all the graduates, today is a time for celebrating, but it's also about facing our fears for the future. We have experienced a lot of loss this year, but tomorrow we will begin experiencing a lot of firsts. Today, it is time to move forward. You may be fearful, but do it anyway. And finally, I want you to remember the beautiful thing about education and the diploma you are about to receive is that no one can ever take it from you. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2018.
I would like to thank the Academy for this incredible, that's not the right one. Okay. Hello, my fellow classmates and honored guests. My name is Hannah Britton Dubois. Let us, or maybe just me, be honest. I really hated waking up early to enter a school that is colder than Antarctica, where penguins live. Isn't that a coincidence? And I apologize to all my teachers for having to see a living zombie walk in almost every day, except those rare occasions where I didn't come to school. I caught a rare sickness, I promise. It was life or death. I would never skip school. Obviously, it wasn't all drudgery, and the PLC was my extended family for 3 long years. very long. We do have to mention our friend who is not here today, Nick Norman. You are probably fishing or lifting weights somewhere, but I hope you're also looking down on us having a blast. I can't turn a page. Making fun of us all in these ridiculous hats. You are much missed. Classmates, I want you to feel empowered today by the many opportunities that are waiting for you once you turn your tassel, the one that was worth the hassle. Thinking of all those possibilities is a really hard thing for me, but I know that that is completely normal for us at this moment to feel a little lost in this world. I have always been told that I might never expect where to be where I actually end up in life. Of course, no one is expected to know everything right away. It is okay to make mistakes. We can't all be famous, but we can all make an impact, even if it's just in a small way. The world needs strong, influential people to change the norms in society. We can take action, and we can change the world. We can also take naps. No one can change the world in a day. Do your best and have fun getting to wherever you're going. Good luck, class of 2018.
Good morning. My name is Josh Cartner. Change. It's what today is all about. We walked in here this morning as children, and we will walk out of here in a few minutes as adults. Change can bring you great joy or great sorrow. Sometimes you may get a little bit of both. At my old high school, I felt more sorrow than anything. I felt disconnected and unimportant. I struggled in the classroom. I didn't fit into any of the groups or cliques. I felt like I didn't belong there. Then I heard about the PLC, and I was instantly hooked. So I changed schools. The PLC opened doors of opportunity for me. I was able to get myself going again. I made genuine and lasting friendships. I got to meet some amazing people like Sweet Mama Stancil, who became like my second mom, and Miss Fields, who helped me through countless classes. I normally would have failed those. At the PLC, I improved my grades, regained my confidence, and opened myself up to new experiences. Not everything has been so great, but I'm so thankful that I made the change. I'm grateful for the love and support of my family, my friends, and those that I have lost. Earlier this school year, I met two guys, Perrin and Nick. Quickly, the three of us became close. We were hanging out after school every day, going to Perrin's house and bugging his family, cutting up in class and misbehaving. I remember breaking the back windows of Nick's truck. Being a loyal brother, he never told his parents that me and Perrin did it. These guys taught me how to laugh again, how to get up after I had been knocked back down. With them, I learned the ways of brotherhood. But one thing I learned in a very cruel way is that life is so precious and that we are never promised tomorrow. On the morning of April 25th, Nicholas Norman passed away peacefully in his sleep. I remember exactly where I was when I heard the news. Perrin had called me and told me, but I thought it was some kind of sick joke. Then my mother walked into the room and told me that one of my best friends was gone. All of us who knew him just went into shock. I am still in shock to this very day. I'm sure a lot of people are. All of us who knew him, I was impressed with how strong his family was going through everything. I wish he was here walking the stage with me, celebrating our last day of high school, and making plans for our next adventure. There is not a day that goes by that I don't think about him and wish that I could joke around with him one more time. But I'm thankful for all the memories, and I know that we will see each other again someday. Even though I know he's not physically here, I know he's got the best seat in the house. I love you, brother. We all miss you dearly. This one's for you. Thank you.
Even though it's like y'all fifth time hearing it, good morning. Y'all supposed to say it back. But My name is Adrian Kirk, and I can finally say that I'm finished with high school. When I was asked to speak at graduation, I looked at Ms. Brooks like, what? You want me? Like, I didn't understand why to all people. But I didn't really want to speak at all. And I realized you only graduate from high school once, so I just took the opportunity that I knew I would never have again. There are so many things I could say about my high school experience, but I'll stick to the good ones for now. School has never been fun for me, especially waking up early before the birds just to get on a bus that's old and bumpy just to start my day. I have always tried to make the best of any situation that I've ever been involved in, whether it's school or everyday life. I found that we all need to be grateful for things in our life, and we should be grateful for our education, our parents, our grandparents, our teachers, and others who have made an impact on our lives, whether they have dealt with people who have had a positive or negative impact. These experiences will only make us stronger in the end. We should view today as a great accomplishment, and I never pictured myself speaking at graduation, but I'm up here on stage today, and that shows how great things can happen unexpectedly. So today, don't stress over things that's next in life or it's in education. Just view today as great. And take today, a week, or if you're me, you can take a whole month to celebrate. But whatever you do tomorrow, just make sure you enjoy yourself and be proud of what you've achieved today. And I didn't write this, but I would just like to thank my mom for when she woke up at 5 in the morning and got me ready for school when I was a child, and that she's the reason I'm here. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
Thank you, students. You are the stars of today and whom we are here to celebrate. Our staff has enjoyed getting to know each of you and appreciate you sharing that our school provides a great service to you, your families, and this community. I also appreciate those of you that recognize your classmate, Nick Norman, who completed all requirements for a diploma before passing away this spring. Graduates, remember that each of you has much to offer. Individually, you left a traditional high school to attend our small school, and in return, we promised you nothing but support and an opportunity. Maintain that vision and drive that brought you to our school and led you to today. Carry it forward because it will serve you well. In closing, I would like to thank each of you for making the past year a rewarding and meaningful experience in my career. I am humbled by your dedication and perseverance. Please make the most of this opportunity to pursue your dreams. Thank you. Dr. Louder and special guests, it is my pleasure to present the following candidates for graduation from the Cabarrus County Performance Learning Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018. Cindy Aguilar. Alexis Nicole Barlow. Malia Marie Belofsky. Hannah Isabel Britton Dubois. Emily Ann Burris. Shelby Alyssa Bird. Joshua Lynn Cartner. Dale Vincent Casterlin. Brandon Jose Clark. Chloe Marie Deneen. AJ Byrne, Jasmine Galindo Justo, Manuel Fernando Garcia, Sarah Elizabeth Gass, Mara Elizabeth Gentle, Meredith Page Hancock, Mackenzie Marie Hanna, Taliana Flossie Harris, Kaylee Michelle Helms, Bethany Christine Jones, Adrian Morel Kirk Jr., Jessica Ann Laredo, Andrew Scott Manypenny, Brooke Lauren Marlowe, Caroline Grace McClamrock, Jackson Jones McCrory, Bryson Lamar McKee, Luis Arturo Melo Ramirez, Paul Salvatore Mendo, Michael Arthur Molina Webel, Lakaya Monet Mouton, Mitzi Jamel Noquela Melo, Nicholas Ryan Norman, Janice Simone Barr, Alexis Gabriella Pickle, Dylan Parker Reed, Tabitha Marie Richardson, Eugene Joseph Rolfs II, Nkosi Akiba Snell, Allison Marie Spoladoro, David James Tardif Jr., Alexandra Savon Thompson, Daisy Ann Temler, Erica Victoria Wiktoric.
Will the class of 2017 please stand? 18, I'm sorry. In the presence of these witnesses and by the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Cabarrus County Board of Education, I pronounce you graduates of the Performance Learning Center. You may now place the tassel on the right side of your cap. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the 2018 graduates of the Performance Learning Center. The junior marshals, you may begin the recessional.